Discord's the first place I check when I wake up, right? Just to see how everybody's doing and say hi. And then I usually will go on to the Twitters. And within like the first 2 minutes, I was like, I need coffee for this. Because the shenanigans just, you wake up in the morning, you're like, what new devilry have we gotten ourselves into on the timeline today?
Chicanery. By the way, shut up, Riven. I say shut up, Riven, because she is our friend.
Riven, you don't have any friends? What is that? What are we?
What are we? Also, guys,
Nice.
don't be scared, but I might have started a fight on Twitter again.
Great. Cool.
No, really not that bad.
Riven is impersonating Jin. Just like her bias is eating her up.
Yeah. Oh, everybody wants a baby update while we're waiting.
Baby is good. Baby is not sleeping so much between the hours of, let's say, midnight and 7 a.m., which is unfortunately when I want to sleep. Truly, I'm very lucky. My sister lives up near Quince. She and two of her kids came down, and my parents live down the street. So they're between all of us in preschool. We're tag teaming so that I can take a nap in the morning. So I'm surviving. Yeah, baby's great. She's back to her birth weight. She's babying. My 3-year-old is like, why isn't she doing anything? I'm like, she just eat, sleep, poop. That's it for a while.
Potato mode. For a little while.
All right,
Well, I think we're 7 minutes in, so we can, I think, get started. Doc's going to join us.
Yeah, Doc will be here in a few minutes.
Yeah. So welcome and intro is me. So welcome, friends, Army friends, new Army friends. We are Army Project 529. You found us. We are on TikTok on Wednesdays, and we are on the YouTubes on Sundays. And tonight is our midweek tea, where we talk a little bit about the news that have been going on, a little bit of member news, and then also, once again, any kind of shenanigans that people have been up to on Kim Namjoon's internet, but not anything super dramatic. We don't wade into that's not our thing, to wade into the really heavy stuff. So we keep it light because we know it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. You want help to get through the rest of the week. You want to talk about some mostly good stuff with BTS. So we totally get it. So yeah, so welcome. And we're here for Baby Army. We're here for OG Army, everybody in between. We love content, which is going through 529 days of old BTS content. Was supposed to be old BTS content until they started releasing things every 2.5 minutes while they were in the military. But hey, who's counting? Who needs money? Nobody. We need to give it all to them.
That we're going to do nothing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And they keep doing things.
I know. In fact, I saw the tweet that went out that was like, don't forget to pre-order Echo. And I'm like, I will not forget.
There we go.
There we go. So yeah, so welcome. So stick around. And we do, if you're new here, we do back and forth. So we do all the member news in fan chant order, and then we do the week tea. So yeah, so that's how we work here. So again, welcome. Patricia's up.
Oh,
And
Stephanie's
I'm
not
next.
joining us tonight, guys, by the way, in case you were
Oh, yeah.
wondering. I think we forgot to mention that. Yes, she's not able to
Yes.
come tonight.
Yes.
So as Christina mentioned, we're about content, but we're also about community, the two big C's. So we have created several ways where you can find new Army friends. One of them is our map. I actually take care of the map. You can put your social media handle on it. We'll put a really pretty Army bomb on it, and you can find people that live around you that you can be friends with. And we actually, during the concerts for J-Hope, found some people that actually found each other through the map. So it's working. There's
so cool.
There's like around 5,600 people in it. So plenty of people to meet. You can fill a whole arena with them. How about that? And you can find new Army friends. We also have a meetup in real life. We actually did one last year in Kansas City in September. We all met we didn't know each other in person before, so we actually met for the first time there.
It's true.
And then we decided, because we had so much fun, that we were going to repeat it this year. So this year is happening again. It's happening in July. On the 25th of July, we're all going to be in Kansas City again, and we're gonna do several different shenanigans there, including, things like a costume party that we did last year was fantastic. We had a pajama party, we watched a concert. We brought our army bombs. We decorated the doors of the hotel. We had a blast.
Yeah, we're basically at a 3-day BTS party for adults.
Yeah, we did.
Exactly.
And I did not catch it on camera. However, my good friend Lisa, who's here right next to me in the box online, saw that I pulled a Yoongi, the bottles upside down with the stick, where you had to knock the lids off and keep the bottle standing up. First try. Yep, there it is. Anyway.
So yeah, we also do run BTS games, and that's really fun. So if you want to join
the dance challenge,
yeah, we're not doing a dance challenge
Not
again,
doing a dance challenge this time.
unfortunately.
We have learned.
But there's going to be dancing, because we'll have music and dancing. But if you want to dance, you can still dance. But we're not doing a dance challenge.
we can dance if we
Decided
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't dance.
meat-
Well, they're friends with us.
There's still spaces open for the meetup. So if you want to join us in July, please do. We'll all be happy to meet you in person. So
Yes.
come to Kansas City. We'll have a blast.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about that, it's out on our website at ap529.com/link. Sorry, I just saw somebody say I look especially pretty and extra rested. That is so funny.
But what she meant was thank you.
What I meant was thank you very much.
That's all it takes. Just have the baby. Jeez, that's all it takes.
Seriously though, I do feel a lot better physically.
Move this around for next week. I feel like we should read, because we're always like content and community, and then we talk about community before we talk about anyway. Content and community, but the content is our blog on our website, and that's what I do. I write the blog. Every week we drop a new one, and we have been doing it since January 1st, 2024. We've been chronicling BTS's discography chronologically. And when we ran out of BTS, we started on the member solo stuff from chapter 2. Well, before chapter 2, but going through chapter 2, all the way until they enlisted and beyond. So
beyond.
we are in week 66 of the blog. We are coming up to the end of our original blog idea. And it is week 66. We are in April. It is
April. Where is he, that rascal? Where's my PC?
It is Kim Taehyung's month. Look at him.
Oh,
Whole shelf of him right there. It is his month. It is the second week of April. And this week's blog is A Sound of Something Breaking. Intriguing, no?
Yes.
And we've been having a great time. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I haven't been having a great time writing the blog, because it has been very, especially painful for so many different reasons. When you are trying to write a blog about your alt bias. Anyway, so I think it's good. It's fine.
She's okay.
You know what? She's actually been really cool. I thought she was going to be much more of a pain in the ass about the pictures, because I help her pick the pictures for the blog. And she's actually been really cool about it. She's had like only 2 or 3 requests, and then the rest of it, she's like, yeah, that's a great picture.
I was gonna say,
cool,
she knows them all by heart. So she comes in
Right.
and she's like, can you find the picture from this one photo shoot where he's doing this? It's from this album. And it's like, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yes. Let me get Doc in there.
You know that one? That
Yeah.
one picture?
Oh,
You know
Doc
that
is
one?
coming.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh, hey, Doc.
I live.
Yeah, so that's the blog, and we'll talk more about it a little bit later.
Hey. Yeah.
She's running. She's running into the live.
Nice. Slid right in.
Catch your breath. Do you want me to do your part?
15 minutes late, guys. That's it. That's it.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm going to do that part for her so that she can catch her breath. Breathe deep. Head between the knees.
I agree.
Tonight,
Go ahead, Katie.
Get her
tonight's
back.
on Wednesday night, midweek tea, where we bring Doc Out of Breath, member news from this week, and talk about everything that happened on Kim Namjoon's internet. Tonight, we are going to be discussing quite a few things, good member news, but also later we're going to talk about media leaks and why social media is one big spoiler.
It is. It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
News. Here we
So
go.
as usual, we start with the member news, and we do them in fan chant order. So the first one, if you know the fan chant, is Kim Namjoon. So Kim Namjoon, Namjoon posted on Instagram. We got an Instagram story from him about Lost. The music video has been nominated for best concept in the Berlin Music Video Awards 2025, and it's the first and only Korean artist who has ever been nominated for it. So it's quite the achievement. And as usual, his last album has, keeps like gaining awards and nominations and things like that. So he's doing well. And free Namjoon because he's so ready to leave. So.
Free Namjoon. Please.
Free.
Get this man out.
Give
Okay,
him
Get this man out.
There are
This
people
man
who
is-
actually need help, but it would be really funny to do a free Namjoon campaign.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't need help at all. He's fine. It's just a little bit longer,
Free
but it is
Namjoon. Free
This man
Namjoon.
is
maybe
packed.
maybe
This man is
a
packed.
UNICEF.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
There are people more deserving of help, but it would be amusing.
Listen, we
Just
could
get
raise
him out
money
already.
for UNICEF. We could raise money for UNICEF in our Free Namjoon campaign. All I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Then it's funny
that's true.
and it helps
There you go.
people in need. Then it's both funny
That's true.
and
Good
helps
point.
actual people in
I
need.
fear,
That's what I'm
though.
saying.
I
Yeah.
fear though that too many people would not see the humor.
You know?
Oh,
No.
yeah, it's
True, not everybody
yeah.
is funny. Not everybody on Kim Namjoon's internet has a sense
No,
of
but there's
humor.
probably some really good pictures we could use from the Run BTS episode where they do the police station.
Yeah. There's a
That's
ton
true.
of
That
them.
could become a whole free Bangtan thing.
It's true.
You know,
Free
Jimin's
Bangtan.
trying to
Katie, stop talking. We're gonna
Jimin
get canceled.
pretending he's trapped and then slips through those bars because he's scared. of shit.
I'm just here for the vibes.
There you go.
I'm loving these vibes. These vibes are
Okay.
great.
All right.
The
In
vibes,
other
the vibes
news.
are solid. The vibes are solid.
In other news,
Let's go with the
Who,
oldest
this
one,
guy?
Kim Sok Jin.
look at
So,
that man.
Kim Namjoon. Kim Sok Jin.
Kim Sok Jin.
Okay, so we got news. We got news. We got news this week. We got
news.
a new album coming up our way
we
in
do.
May.
Mhm.
Echo.
Yes, we do. Hell yes, we
Let's
do.
hear it for Kim Suk-jin 2 is coming.
Yes.
Who
In,
Second
less,
album.
Oh,
in less than 6 months.
this
In
man
less
is
than
on
6
fire.
months.
This man never stops working. I mean, he's doing
Nope.
Runjin all the time. We got the Kians, Bazaar, B&B. I don't know what it's called. Something
Yeah.
like that. It's close enough.
You got it
We
right.
call it Airbnb.
So we actually found out the date, which I believe is May 16th, in this billboard in Korea. The announcement was really, really cute. There's a
Super,
bunch of
super
like
freaking
teddy
cute.
bears that
Very
fall
cute.
from the ceiling, and he kind of gets pulled out with one of them, and then we see him approach the screen and show us the date.
That was so
It's
cute.
really cute. Yeah.
He's
Am
our
I a
own little
little
teddy
bit
bear.
salty? Am I a little bit salty that there is a giveaway that you can enter if you have a photograph of that billboard that you took?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no
Oh.
way for me to travel to Seoul, take a photo of a billboard, and turn it in for a maybe chance raffle. A little bit salty. A little bit salty.
I know. I know.
But
I know.
I will say, I will say,
ahead.
I am super fucking excited that K Army got their asses up at 6 in the morning to catch us that first billboard.
They did.
Get it,
did.
ladies and gentlemen. I'm
And
so
if
proud
you
of y'all.
if you purchase
had our
your
backs
album
on that
set
one.
on Weverse, you can enter for a fan sign call opportunity.
This
So-
is true. This is
That's
for
right.
internationals and K Armies. Everybody is eligible for this one.
So you can tell Kim Sok-jin your own dad joke. How about that?
Yes.
Start
Listen,
thinking.
the
if
way
you win.
I am tempted. See, I never buy my albums on Weverse because of the shipping. I'm like, I can buy 2 fucking albums locally for the price of the shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then I get double hits for Billboard and shit. So I never buy my stuff off of Weverse because of that. But the way the fuck I am tempted
I
for
mean-
the slightest, barest of a chance. Like, so you're saying there's a chance moment that I might have the 30 seconds, 60 seconds of an opportunity to make Kim Suk-jin laugh. Tempted is what I am. I'm super tempted.
It would be really funny. I
I
bet.
would not do it. And I somebody just commented I would die of awkwardness. Absolutely. I would stare blankly at the screen for 2 seconds and then throw my phone across the room. That's,
Yeah, I have not-
that's how that would go.
No,
so
listen,
but
I
good luck
would-
to the rest of you that could keep
I
your
would
stuff
psych
together.
the ever-loving shit out of myself in order to like
Yeah.
be prepared to try to make that man laugh. That would be
You
my
know,
only goal.
it would be really funny to have any of us try get it and then make a video call and have the 6 of us in the call.
I think
with
they
Kim
end it.
Sok-jin.
I think they end it. Like there's
Yeah,
very
if there's
strict
more
rules.
than one.
Very
There are rules.
Oh.
But like I think if there's even more
And
than
it
one
has to
person
be
in
the
the
phone
room,
number. It has to be the phone number like on file with the Weavers. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Okay. Whoa. Too bad. So sad. Anyway.
it would take me the full 2 minutes to stop hyperventilating, and then the call would be over.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean,
Well, we can get paper bags.
you hyperventilate before and after.
Or like I'd have to like cover my eyes
Get your
to like
shit
not perceive, and then it would just be like, why am I talking to this person?
Okay. The track list of the album released this morning at 11 a.m. There's some interesting titles there. I mean, Rope It.
Are you looking at the
Was
one?
anybody's like asking a lot of questions about that one? Because I was.
Immediately, I did.
I mean, everybody's asking questions about rope it. Like,
Rope what, Jen? Are we going to a
roping?
rodeo? We're going to a rodeo?
Roping. Is there man
What is
handling
happening?
involved? Much like
Who knows?
Almond.
Is this cowboy theme?
What are we
I was
doing,
a little
sir?
sad to see because some of the promo stuff said "Born to Be Wild," and several of us were like, "Is he going to do a cover? Does he have a song called that?" So I
Yeah,
didn't see that on the
I was
track
kind
list.
of, I was kind
What
of.
I really love. Let's see. Let's go through. Let's list the song titles.
List the titles,
Yeah,
please.
let's read them for. Read 'em
Don't
out.
Say You Love Me is the first one. Don't Say You Love Me. And number 2 is Nothing Without Your Love. And then we go to Loser, which is the third track, which has a feature. It features Yenna, and she is from Eyes One. If you guys didn't know, she's from the group Eyes One. If you guys did not know that, Yenna.
Did you know it?
Okay, it's probably not, but could we please manifest a Beck cover?
What cover?
Beck,
Do-do-do.
I'm a loser, baby.
Oh. What would be even funnier is if it's a beautiful song and he's calling me the loser. I would be totally cool with that too.
And then we have Rope
I would
It.
accept any. I would accept any.
I would accept any nickname that Kim Suk Jin wants to give me. I'll take it.
I will.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's the loser? Anyway, Rope
Yeah.
It.
Rope It.
I mean,
is
our
where-
wallets. That's the only loser in this situation.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, quits.
Move on from Rope It. The
Keep
next
going.
one is A Journey to Go. That was one we had to translate because it was in Hangul. And then we have Background, and that has a bit of a gamer font to it. So I don't know if you did it.
It's like is this like
Another
a
level.
part 2?
Another
to
gamer
level?
song.
And then the last one is To Me Today. So
Interesting.
Here we go, though. Here we go. We're going to get another music
So-
video.
Yeah. So
I
we
feel
also
like
have this.
Oh no, go on, Patricia.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like immediately upon the heels of this man with his full chest saying, singing is my hobby.
Yes.
Music, I mean, I'm a hobby musician.
And then here's my second solo album. It's my hobby, for which I have won Billboard Music
I
Awards.
had a couple free hours. You guys.
We were nominated for a Grammy, but unfortunately we didn't win.
Yes.
You couldn't hear the salt in that at all. We didn't win.
Yes.
You couldn't hear the salt in that at all.
No,
It was a bit of Salt Bay.
it was like
Yeah,
sprinkling.
like- Anyway, we got the release timeline. We know that there's a lot of things coming our way as usual with all releases from BTS. We know that there's always a lot of stuff. The concept photos 1, 2, and 3 are releasing next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And US and Puerto Rico Army. The single can be Don't Say You Love Me, and the instrumental CD can be pre-ordered right now in the BTS official US store. So go for it if you want it. And we know that there's a lot of things coming because, as usual, like the promotion is going to get us a lot of things. There's a medley that is going to come out, so we'll get a sneak peek of the songs and a bunch of other things. But I don't think there's a pre-release on this one. There's only like the main track is going to be released
I
with,
believe
with
not.
a video. So anyway,
Yeah.
so Jin, as usual, is keeping us entertained because that was his job when the other guys were away. So Run Jin, the new Run Jin came out. This time he is there with the staff of the Kian's Bizarre B&B. He actually has Kian and Yi Ryun, like the girl that is a part of the staff. And it's pretty funny. They play all these games. We will watch it. We have a watch party for Run Jin that we do every other week. We will watch it this Friday at 8 p.m. EST and 7 p.m. Central Time. And Jin announced at the end of the episode that there are only 2 more Run Jin episodes left. And that the last one might be a concert for fans, which actually tracks knowing that
does
there's a new
track.
album coming out.
That does
So
track.
That's so cool.
we'll see
That
what
would
he does.
that would also explain J-Hope's comment in that behind the stage for Seoul, where he was like something about your concert. Are you nervous for your concert or something like that? I'll cheer you on for your concert.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So and we were just talking about this recently, where we were saying, I think we were speculating. It might have been me speculating. I don't know if everybody else was, but we were talking about how we feel like Run Jin wasn't going to keep going once everybody was back. That he was probably just going to roll it back into Run BTS
Yeah,
when they got back and they were ready to put their sentence. They said it would come back.
they did.
Yeah.
They did say
And
that.
Bangtan has never lied to us. They've never lied to us. So
Yes. I mean, as a hint, I think at the very end when they did the Poli live, at the very end there was a dialogue between JK and Namjoon that basically they said that Run BTS is going for a break and that they will come back. So
Yes.
if that is any hint, they're coming back.
Yep.
They're all coming back. And we might get Run BTS all over again.
I don't think Jin would enjoy doing it forever without the rest of them anyway.
Right.
It's like, you guys are fine, but where are my guys? Where are my bros?
yeah, yeah.
Not
And
that
the
he
way
could.
he's
Exactly.
constantly asking for like various hype bands, like is 17.
And next
I mean,
week, he
the
gets
number
his
of
wish.
times.
Next
Yeah.
week, he finally gets his wish.
Next week he gets his wish.
He asked for
Doozy,
17.
y'all.
Yeah, next week looks like a riot. So,
Idolpalooza. It's going to be Idolpalooza.
Hell yeah, it is.
That's so funny.
It's gonna be so exciting.
anyway,
Ridiculous.
going back to Kian's Bizarre B&B, 3 new episodes dropped yesterday. It was, I don't know if you watched them. I watched all of them.
I haven't watched the new ones that just
Yeah,
dropped.
I haven't seen the 3 most recent
seen the
yet.
first-
So I'm not gonna spoil anything, but he continues
little
being
tiny
as
tidbits of
wholesome, funny, and amazing as we expect our Jin to be. I can say that from watching the first 3 episodes and this last three, I just have found a new appreciation for our Jin, and I do understand better the role that he plays within BTS. It's like amazing. This guy is amazing. He's amazing.
Somebody
I love
asked, Andrea asked if we've ever watched Kian's Fashion King, and no, I've never watched anything else with Kian in it, but now I want to because this
Yeah,
is
me too.
insane, but in the best way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there was also a press conference a couple of days ago about Kian's Bizarre B&B. All the staff was there. Jin was there. It was amazing to hear the wonderful things that Kian had to say about Jin, how he was his rock. There's a bunch of videos floating around the internets with translations. And you know, it's like the next 3 episodes that are coming next week are very promising. I've seen the last 3. I can tell you that the new guests that arrive, yeah, fun. They look like fun. They're very different than the ones that we had before, so they went for variety here. It's pretty cool. So yeah, looking forward to the next 3 episodes. But yeah, and that's everything I will have for Jin today.
Yeah.
Just a few things, just a couple,
Just a few
couple
things.
just very little blips happening in the Jin
Because
land.
Jin's
this
like,
week.
don't get bored. Don't look anywhere else.
That's not me.
Ah, oi,
Pay attention.
look at me.
Pay attention to us.
Listen, I'm handsome. You should be looking at my face.
He's the only member that you should know from BTS. Kim Seok.
Yeah.
Look at this, look at the moon or whatever. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. Is it prettier than me?
Is the
Yeah. I mean, that behind the scenes video of him riding a car with the kids that were in the B&B, and one of them saying, "Oh, the clouds are so beautiful," and literally he asks, "Are they as beautiful as me?"
It's beautiful.
they as beautiful as me? That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reply is, no, you're more beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reply is, no, you're more beautiful than the clouds.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? All right. So
Beautiful.
there's Jen. Speaking of beautiful, who misses this man?
Stop it.
Always.
Oh.
Who misses this man? One Min Yoongi, aka Suga, aka Agassi. So, you know, it was a little quiet on the news for him, obviously, but I did see over and over again when I was on the Twitters that we are trying to boost Higem. So, which is no trouble at all. I listen to that several times a day, and I just gave the official music video on YouTube a spin just now. So Higem is at 524 million streams on Spotify, and it would be super, super cool if we got that to 1 billion before he returned on June 21st. And it sounds like a lot. You're like, 500 million streams? It sounds like a lot. Not for Army, it isn't. Not for Yoongi.
It's not.
So, yeah, add that to your playlists if you so choose. And then the official music video for Higem, I just checked, is at 91 million, about 91.5 million plays. So if we could get that up before June 21st, that would also be cool. So yeah, no hardship at all. Go watch the music video. Watch it all the way through to the end, though, so the stream counts.
end.
To the end. And when you're playing the music and the playlists, play approved playlists. Don't repeat the song over and over again. You don't want to stream like a bot. But play your playlists, and we'll get that up there too. Higem. So yeah, and we miss him. We miss him a lot. In fact, in the Discord channel, that's a really good place to share all your Yoongi pictures.
Listen,
So.
every day we have white t-shirt, Min Yoongi.
White t-shirt, Min Yoongi. In the soup,
White
boyfriend,
t-shirt,
white
Min
t-shirt,
Yoongi.
Yoongi.
Every day.
Every day,
Yeah,
every day,
every day.
somebody brings that shirt
Yeah.
back up because
Yeah,
Every
Alex
single
is
day.
obsessed.
You have
Yeah.
to pay homage.
You got to pay
Yeah.
homage to boyfriend
So-
Yingles in the white shirt.
Yeah, real quick.
Every
Somebody
single
asked,
day.
is Higem the one that we decided to push? Listen, the way that it works with us is in the Discord, we have a channel called Streaming Charting Voting. And if you see people with projects that are trying to chart things, bring them into that Discord channel and share them with everybody, because we can have multiple things going on at once. Higgum was just the one that I saw over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the home, because home charting project is an OT7 thing. So we talk about that at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
So cool for
And-
everybody
and,
commenting.
Yeah, because like one of the things to keep in mind with any kind of streaming and charting efforts is streaming playlists only work if you got multiple songs on them. Because you gotta do them in certain orders and separate songs by certain numbers in order to get counts. So
Yeah.
you got to put multiple songs on them. So we love
Exactly. So
we love multiple efforts.
yeah. So, and I
charting
have playlists that are different depending on the time of day. So I have driving playlists for taking my kid to school where I can't have any explicit August D songs in there because my 9-year-old will pick those words up real easy. And then, yeah, I have all kinds of playlists for all throughout my day. So yeah, you can do multiple streaming goals, in your life if you would like. So cool. All right. Speaking of goals, let's do a little interlude real quick. Ways that you can support us, which we definitely appreciate. Along this journey, we have had many things that we've added to the project that we like to do, website stuff, a shop. We have all these different things that we do for the project, and they all cost money. So if you were so inclined, we have a Patreon, and you can find us at Patreon. Katie usually does this. The Patreon to find us is the easiest way to do this is to go to our website. Uh-oh. What's that? Oh no. The cats are fighting.
What the fuck?
That was cats fighting. Did you see Doc's face?
I didn't see your face.
Oh, wow.
Did you see Doc's face?
Uni is real mad about this.
I know.
Like, what the?
Those kitties were not having a good time.
Oh,
Wow.
They were like,
Yeah,
I want
hopefully
to
they're
join
okay.
the Patreon. No, I want to join the
What should be against nobody's surprise? That is fucking Gin and Cookie. Again, Princess Gin and Cookie are in an all-out war right now. I don't even fucking know what they're doing.
Oh,
They're just loud as
goodness.
shit.
Oh, goodness.
What the heck was that?
They're not even scratching each other. They're just
She's like,
yelling at each other, much like their namesakes. Much like
you
their
hear
namesakes.
Edie?
I'm just gonna mute this thing out until they decide they're done.
War of hormones coming.
War of hormones.
Oh, all right. All right. That was a good interlude. That was a good interlude. So,
Great
yeah,
interlude, Mark.
we have a Patreon.
Since we're just talking
Yes.
about indie.
Yes, and we have a Patreon, and we would love it if you felt like
hear the
supporting
kitties?
us with the cash monies. We have the different levels of Patreon, and we do lots of stuff, including our Violet VIP channel in the Discord, where you have a special channel just for talking to us. And we get ideas from you guys all the time, merch ideas, ideas for things that you want us to talk about or research for the lives, and lots of good stuff. So that's the Patreon. And then, as I mentioned, the shop is we do all original merch designs, and we love doing that. It's a super creative outlet, and I do that mostly with Katie, but we get everybody involved for the merch designs. So yeah, so those are the two ways you can support us with the money. And we appreciate anything that you can do. And then Quince can talk about how you can support us for free.
Free skis.
Frisky.
For free 99, you can do things such as
Free 99.
for free 99. You can do such things as tippy tappy on the screen and like our live. You can share our live. You can share all of our social media. You can like our posts and share those. You can tag us if you talk about us on social media. You can tag us. So that other people can find us as well, and just tell people about us. If you hang out with us a lot, you enjoy us, you enjoy what we do here, you're also here for the vibes, and you enjoy them, tell other people about them. we see a lot of people looking for community, and that's what we have. We come for the content, stay for the community. And that's so we have an abundance, and we have a great time hanging out and laughing and bongtanning together. So those are all ways that you can support us. If you are not able to do so monetarily and you still want to help, we appreciate you no matter what. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Not.
All right.
Oh boy. Let me
We're
get to
back.
a picture of him.
Listen, this motherfucker.
Right here.
Also, much to probably nobody's fucking surprise, Princess Jin just won that fight.
Oh.
Oh, not surprised.
Nobody should be surprised. Jun Cookie just went off to lick his wounds. They're not real wounds. They're just, emotional ones.
Emotional wounds.
Speaking of,
Platinum Hobie.
This motherfucker. All right. Hobie officially began his Asia tour of destruction last weekend with Manila. 8 years after BTS last visited the Philippines
Amazing.
on their
that
wing
is so
tour,
cool.
which is super freaking cool. Filipino army turned the fuck out.
You did.
I mean, it was loud, it was energized, it was insane, it was amazing. They did all the army proud, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. We also got this super fucking cute dance challenge with Niana Guerrero, who is a Filipino content creator. She's a dancer and a singer. And for those of you who don't know who she is the one who created that LV bag dance challenge that Hobie did in front of all the bags. And so the behind the scenes were like J-Hope walking backstage and seeing her and just being like, ah! It was super cute. It was cute. The whole thing was adorable. But anyway, so that was super exciting for her to get that opportunity while he was in her home country. So that was amazing. That was amazing. We got no new song, much to the saltiness of many of us. We were not promised a new song. I will caveat
we weren't
this.
promised.
That's
We
right.
were never promised a new song. Some of us were just guesstimating based upon the past releases.
Yes.
Right.
So,
promised
there
a
was
song. We
no
were not
there was no
promised when.
actual promise on when
Yeah.
we were
Right.
going to get this
We
third
just
solo.
got mad because we thought we had an intelligent guess and we turned out to be wrong, and so that's why we
It
were really
was
salty.
it was an intelligent guess, but it was still a fucking guess. Most people are actually currently guessing Japan. Possibly he might debut it the night that the Japan live
Yes.
concert event happens. So so that's the current thought
Or
process. Or
the next day, one people have learned the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't know. We don't know if he's wanting to give Army time to know the song before the live stream event, or
That's what
Not-
that's my
we-
guess,
we
but
don't-
that's just a guess.
that's, again, it's all guessing, and we enjoy guessing out here in Bangtan streets because ever since HYYH era, Bangtan has made fools of Army.
Fools, we said.
They have turned us into silly detectives.
We're
who
like,
are
we've
sometimes
connected
right.
the dots, and they're like, you're not even close. We're like, but we've
Listen,
connected
they
them.
have turned us into corkboard, red stream Army ever since HYYH. And so the fact
right.
that they strung along like a pattern and then didn't follow it and had Army going, wait a minute, we had a pattern. What? And they were like, ha ha, gotcha again.
Pins in the board.
Continue trying to figure out when you
But how
get
could you be
something,
mad at him?
What does it mean? You can't be mad at him.
You
He's
can't
so
be mad at
cute.
him.
He's
Look at him.
He's so cute.
As he continues his tour of destruction through Asia, he is off to Saitama, Japan for next Saturday and Sunday at the Saitama Super Arena. So that's where he's going next. Super exciting, super fun. BTS Japan Twitter account on Friday posted a teaser for the upcoming live play event, stating that if they got 2,000 quotes on the tweet, they would unveil unreleased photos. And they did get the 2,000. They also said if they get 4,000, they'll give us more.
Yep. So I
So
made
go
yeah,
over
retweet
to
it.
BTS
Farming
Japan.
for life.
Now, here's the thing that you got to keep in mind: the 2000 and the 4000 have to be quotes, which means you can't just retweet the thing. You got to like quote it and write a comment of some kind, and you have to quote the original. See, this is where Army's gone wrong, and this is why we haven't gotten our second unreleased content yet. Is you got to go to the original one from BTS Japan, and you got to quote it, not retweet it. So we're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna.
We can do
this.
it. We can do it.
We are gonna get this other stuff. The first one was dangerous, so just let's go do this. We got this. We got this. All right, Mona Lisa and Sweet Dreams. J-Hope won his first M Countdown win for Mona Lisa last week. Get it, J-Hope. The voting is going on for it again.
Get it,
this
Hobie.
week. So go over there to M Countdown, vote, have fun. The official music video surpassed 20 million views on YouTube and was announced by Hive. I thought that was pretty cool. And get
That's
it, J-Hope.
amazing.
And he has now surpassed 2.8 billion streams across his profile on Spotify.
Yeah, he has.
Billion with a B. Get it, boy. So pretty impressive. Good stuff. Congratulations, J-Hope. And as a last reminder, we do have a scavenger hunt going on the Army Project 529 website. It will be going on until the end of the tour, and the winner receives a red crossbody bag similar to the one Hobie wore during the Love Yourself concert in New York. It's the one that was sold on Weavers. So go to the website, go enter the scavenger hunt. All the rules are over there, and have
It's
fun.
under the Hope
And
on the
you might
link.
win a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the AP 529 guides, HOTS guide, and it's the AP 529 scavenger hunt inside.
Yes.
There. So go join it, have fun, and potentially win a really adorable bag that both Quince and I super freaking want. We are going through it, man. We want that bag, but we're not eligible to.
No.
You guys would be so adorable with that
Somebody
bag.
else better win it.
It's so funny.
I know, right? I know, right?
So
You guys would be
funny.
super cute.
Stare longingly at it now.
You're right. Yep. Uh-oh. Who's
Time for
next?
Kimmy.
Here we go.
Moving along. Thank you to whoever helped put this in the agenda, because I certainly didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for coming through for me.
It's not like you have a newborn to take care of. Or
Fine.
anything.
It's fine. Oh, torture. Look at
Look at Jimin.
So Jimin News, a little quiet this week. All of my biases are quiet. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not salty about it. It's fine.
You're not. You're not.
Closer Than This has surpassed 270 million streams on Spotify. That is a really big number. I remember when Closer Than This came out, and we were like, "Oh, look, he left us a song," and then he was like, "Just kidding, there's a whole fucking album." But you know, I remember when Closer Than This came out, and we were like, "Stop it with the feelings. Look at these last goodbye presents." Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
An album, and I'm going to send you on another treasure fucking
Yep.
hunt. Solve some puzzles, Army.
The way we didn't understand the level of content that they had prepared.
Nope.
Not even
Nope.
a bit. We were
Andrea, I feel like you're going to be, I don't know what your version of bulky is, but I think bulky Jimin is just slightly more muscular Jimin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
really, Jimin in any form, I mean, it just is,
Why are you doing
Oh.
this?
yeah.
It's so rude.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're specifically targeting
Yeah, it's-
Katie.
I know.
It's really rude.
Super, she's trying to pay attention.
Anyway.
Look at those
We got
pants.
Jim and
Like,
she
as I have said before, I currently have a blood pressure condition, so you know, just keep that in mind.
You
No
can stop
worries.
anytime now.
This will help. This will help.
Oh my god.
I would flip my cup to the Bangtan, would never, but it is Bangtan.
No, that'd be funny for like when it's
only
too
yellow
low. I'd be like, Katie, look at these pictures.
I'm only yellow
Exactly.
because I want to show you.
no.
It's
only
fine.
yellow.
Yeah, with the
That's
gloves.
a yellow card.
All right, keep
Ribbon.
going.
It's okay.
Yellow card.
No, it's fine. I'll share my TMI because we're friends here. They already know all this. I struggle with postpartum hypertension and gestational hypertension, so it's just a thing that happens for some people when they're pregnant and have a baby, that their blood pressure goes haywire for a while, which is fun because it can either be too high or too low, and I have to take medicine to like chase it around and make it the right number. So yeah, It's been fun. So when it's too low, I can look at pictures of Jimin. Maybe that'll help.
Woohoo!
Doc, do you agree? Do you think that's a?
I think it's a valid treatment
yeah.
option. It's worth a try,
Yeah.
really.
Advice by a doctor.
Trial some Givenchy when the blood pressure goes low and see what happens.
You can watch the filter video. That might do the trick.
Brand new filter.
No,
Episode
watch
3,
him.
episode 4 of Are You Sure?
Oh,
Watch
it's
him,
the same guy. It's the same
watch him
guy.
watch him finding cats. That's all Katie wants.
It's fine.
That's all she needs.
Finding cats is for when it's too high.
Yeah, that's gonna bring it down.
Yeah, filter is for when it's too
yeah,
low.
that would bring it down. That
So
would be
cute.
valid treatment option.
Yeah.
Really. All right, back
Worth a shot.
back to real. Jimin would want this. He wants us to be healthy. Anyway, he has surpassed 6.6 billion streams under his profile on Spotify. That's almost 7 billion. First of
It is
all,
almost 7 billion. Yes.
Ridiculous.
that's almost 7
That
billion,
is-
and we can't just look at the number 7 anymore without having feelings about it.
So many feelings.
So that is the second fastest and most streamed K-pop soloist in platform history. No big deal.
Whoa.
Get it.
That's amazing. Jimin Shi.
Yeah.
Smashing records.
Jimin.
That's exciting.
Smashing it.
Smashing.
Smash on the street.
Smash.
Smash on the street.
I mean, absolutely smash if his picture shows
And
so, you
the
know.
last bit of news happened just this afternoon and evening, and we'll talk about it a little bit in the week tea. I'll save it for that.
Indeed.
Moving on
Well,
to
oh
Singing.
no.
Ho, ho, ho.
Indeed.
Moving on
Well,
to
oh
Singing.
no.
Ho, ho, ho. You're going to want to stick around.
Moving on, it's time for this.
Oh
fast
boy.
one.
Let's
Gee.
these pictures are
It's time for our taste instruction.
oh my gosh.
Get the name.
Kim taste instruction.
V.
Oh, dangers.
There's a song.
That's rude.
I'm not doing it. Somebody's doing it.
Nuga, nada,
No,
nada.
go, go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go.
no, 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 no.
Okay, thank you. It is 54 days until our Lord and Savior returns to us. 54, and our leader Namjoon. 54
Free Namjoon.
54 days, friends. That's less than 2 months.
Can you imagine when we're in like the single digits, how crazy it's gonna be?
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. Wild. Wild.
Okay.
So not a lot of news going on in Taehyungland right now. Once again, the Singularity MV is almost 7 years old, and it is almost at 200 million views. It has surpassed 199 million views on YouTube. It is almost at 200 million. So we could definitely get it there before he is released from the military, and that would be a lovely welcome home present for him. It's fine. Christina's just wrecking herself quietly in the background.
It's fine.
So,
it's
all
okay.
this is fine.
If you haven't watched the
It's
Singularity MV in a while, torture yourself and watch it again. Also, we will be having our weekly content watch party tomorrow, and I'm just saying it might be in this week's content. It definitely is, because we had to look at pictures from it and had to watch it a
definitely
lot.
is. It might be in this content. It also definitely most
It definitely
certainly
is in this content.
is.
So you can
100%.
come and join us and watch it
100%
tomorrow night as well.
It's fine.
And then last but not least, and this is just a silly little thing, but it touched my heart, so I wanted to share it. Billboard Billboard magazine has a poll going on online right now where you can vote for which musician's pet is your favorite. And Yuntan, back there, Tan, is on the list. Our sweet little guy is on the list, and he is currently in the lead. He is destroying the competition, actually. I think he's got 93.9% of the vote right now, and it's still open. It doesn't count for anything, but you can go and vote for for our Tanny. It's
Except for Precious
the
Joy.
link is in our streaming charting voting channel in our Discord server. It's way too long for me to try to share it here. But you can find it if you go to, yes, it's in our streaming charting voting channel. You can go and click on that link and you can vote for Yuan Tian as our favorite musician pet. Very cute. That would be a nice little thing for Kay to
So
see.
cute.
And then last but not least, our golden magne.
Junk Cookie is especially devastating in this book that I have, but I will go ahead and show his picture anyway.
This one's
Oh yeah.
This one's Kitty
Oh
Hope.
yeah. Oh, that photo shoot is devastating. Here we go. Euphoria. Highway. Jun Good. Anyway,
Junja Cook.
so today is 55 days until we get our Magne and his sassy roommate Gemina back. 55 days for them. Not a whole lot of news on JK front right now. But the Golden Moments exhibition is still open in New York City, and you can still go. It just opened, and it runs all the way through until May 11th. Patricia shared her experience this past Sunday on our live on YouTube. So when that gets, you can go check that out right now. And she told us all about her experience. We saw some pictures. She got that neat photo card. She even got a golden ticket. She
So
had a lot
cool.
of fun. And went with some other people in the 529 community as well, and they had a blast. And went
We
and
had
got
a blast. Indeed.
K barbecue, and had a great. So that's running through May 11th. And if you go during the week and not on a weekend, they are giving out special gifts, which is awesome. And that's all I have for our Junk Cookie right now.
Junk Cookie.
So, like you said.
I was just gonna say my son's first bias because of Koya was Namjoon. However, we've been listening to a lot of Jung Cookie on the way to school in the morning, and I think he's picked up a second bias because he can sing many Jung Cookie songs by heart. So I think we have a June JK bias. So
A cookie monster bias.
a Cookie Monster bias. Yes.
That's cute.
Yes.
That's
We have a new
precious.
So-
feature among household 3-year-olds, and she's now able to like memorize popular music lyrics, but usually Moana, and like sing them back with it. And I was like, oh, okay, we're here now. I don't know if you guys even remember this, but when they finally finished enlisting, I posted a picture of her on Weavers from the back, like going down a little road, being like, maybe she'll know lyrics by the time she gets back. And I was like, holy shit, it's gonna happen.
Look at
That's
that.
fun.
Oh,
I know. That's fun.
There we go.
exciting. That's exciting.
So
For those of you in the chat asking, this one is Kitty Hope.
K-Hope.
Called K-Hope.
K-Hope.
This is
knew
K-Hope.
it. Like
She
that.
waves. Look at that. She waved at you. She didn't wave. She was like, why are you lifting me up? Put me the fuck down. But it looked like she waved. It was kind of cute. Anyways, so that's Kitty Hope.
That's cool.
She's being precious and she keeps like sitting here purring at me.
Aw,
Aw.
it's adorable. All right.
Christina.
T7 news. Let's finish it up. So, speaking of, I lost my AirPod. Hold on. Speaking of the streaming voting charting channel that we have in our Discord, we support the streaming project for Home, for recharting the song Home for when the guys get out. And basically, it's super easy. There's information all over our that Discord channel, as well as on Twitter's and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But the Home streaming project, starting on June 20th, chart the hell out of it. Buy it on iTunes, Amazon, Qbuzz, stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Tidal, Deezer, Pandora, Amazon Music, whatever your platform of choice is. And there's really good info on the card, spelled with 2 R's, with IG TikTok video ideas. And so you can find, like I said, find more information about that by looking up the card, or just come into the streaming charting voting channel and we'll share playlists and things like that for it. But just a cool way. That's not our project idea. It's actually someone named Nicole that we actually met in person in Chicago. We were lucky enough to meet her and get some freebies and tell her, hey, good job on the Blue Side Outro project, and your home project, of course, we support it. So
Yes.
Yeah.
She was giving out awesome freebies. She was giving out singles
yeah,
As
she was giving out singles. It was so cool.
dedicated to the streaming cause, you guys.
Yeah, so really
Side
awesome.
note.
So Fake Love official music video, by the way, has crossed over the 1.32 billion view mark on YouTube. Billion with a B, Fake Love. So yeah. So that,
As it should.
as it should be. Everybody should be excited. So there you go. All right.
Katie, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, side note, since the live started, we did get a tweet from Geffen, I think, that Don't Say You Love Me is going to have physical singles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of singles.
Yeah, I think we did see that. Yeah.
I think we mentioned this.
Okay, sorry if I missed that. Speaking of singles, and yeah, I was going to say if you go check out the card for the project, they're trying really hard to get it promoted outside of Twitter. So they came up with some cute ideas of if you have a TikTok or an Instagram. I think for TikTok, it's like take a video of your house, your home, and like give people a tour. Yeah, so there's some cute ideas. So I know I'll try to do those. Yeah, we're doing what we can because if there's anything we want to celebrate, it's reunion.
Yes. Indeed.
Indeed. All right. Hyde news. A little quiet this week. Did want to update because we've talked about the New Jeans versus Adore case. And Adore is a sub-label of Hyde. So they're like a cousin of Big Hit. So the latest was that the court had granted an injunction and said New Jeans could not do any promotional activities outside of their contract with Adore. New Jeans appealed that injunction and it was denied. So it's at this point seeming to be heading for it's going to be upheld, but we're going to have to see. I don't know off the top of my head the next court date, but it's an ongoing court case. So we'll see how it develops and we'll keep updating you.
Yep.
That's it.
All right. Oh, looks like looks like this just says all on the thing. So
Yes.
okay, so for those of you that are on the Twitter and the X all the time, once again, the internet was, of course, buzzing before about the Echo album release before Big Hit officially announced it. So, you know, certain people feel certain types of ways about, you know, spoilers and things like that. And I can say this, like, I don't mind the spoiler if I'm like looking for it, if I'm like looking for information. Oh, hold on. Dragging the puzzle piece.
Oh, it was a Naver article
dare that
that was
puzzle
leaked,
piece
by the
go.
way.
I think it was
Yeah,
reason.
But
Because
like,
Naver is like Google News, so it's not.
right.
Yeah,
But
Naver is
things-
like Google and
Yeah.
things like fun stuff that I imagine the guys would be really excited to see our reaction with because they get to announce it first, like through their official channels and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the time where I just basically stay off the timeline completely if you don't want to get spoiled. Because it just happens. People want to be the first person to tweet about it. They want to be the first person to share the news. And so if you get irritated by that kind of stuff, my suggestion for at least for Twitter X would be to just completely stay off the timeline when that stuff kind of happens. Because
but
then
sometimes you don't know when it's going to happen, and that's unfortunate.
sometimes you don't know and you see it before you have a chance, and then it's and it wasn't but a couple of hours later until Big Hit officially announced it through their official Twitter channels. So it wasn't too long before they did it, but still, you know, if you wanted to wait till the official stuff, then the timeline
Yeah.
definitely spoiled it.
Yeah.
I
And our
think
best
what it-
guess is that somebody didn't read or misinterpreted or turned a blind eye to, you know, they got a press release. They were told not to post it until X time and they got it wrong. So it's a
Yeah.
simple error,
I mean,
but still.
because like for the reality is the way the way these things work is Big Hit did in fact send out a press release to various news outlets telling them about Jin's upcoming
Yeah.
single ahead of the actual announcement, because that's how they do those things. So
You have to be
they're
able to prepare the announcements.
so for those, some people are like, oh, maybe Big Hit purposely leaked it or whatever. It's not necessarily a purposeful leak when a company sends a press release to various media outlets telling them we have this upcoming news that you can announce on X date and time. That way, the news station has time to write their article and prepare their headline and all of that and run it through the editing process. That's pretty standard practice. It's these news outlets who decide they're going to jump the timeline gun, and that's when we get these leaks. And so that's, yes, Big Hit did tell them, but also the odds are they didn't listen to the timeline that was given to
Right.
them in that press release.
I always
So-
blame an intern.
Yeah. Well,
An intern who like they put it in U.S. Eastern time or something, and the intern forgot about daylight savings and was like, shit.
Yeah.
right. The other thing I can say, though, is that if you're going to share the news about, Echo, because you're excited and who doesn't want to share that news, share the official posts.
Yes.
So no matter what social media you're on, retweet or reshare or copy the link for the official posts, not the Naver articles or the Dispatch, like not any of that stuff. Go to the official channels.
Because let's remember,
Yeah.
that brings us into our next point, that until something is officially confirmed, it's a rumor.
Right.
And
Yeah.
rumors are rumors until we get official word about it. And there's a lot of those going around all the time. Right now, there are several that we're hearing. Especially in the wake of the announcement of Jin's album, we're hearing more tour rumors, and lots of other things. But remember that even if something sounds exciting, and it might be something that you want, and you're like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool. We don't want to share it until we know for sure.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you're just going around going, oh, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear this? Did you hear this? All of a sudden it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And people are like, it almost is like, then people really think it's true. Because, well, it must be true because so many people are talking about it.
Right.
Because it's been shared so many times because people were excited, but there's not been an official word. And then when it turns out to be wrong, it looks really bad. Now, some rumors turn out to be true, but a lot of rumors turn out to not be true.
Yeah. And the human psyche is really good about remembering the rumors that came to fruition and being like, all the rumors come true, because look at all these dozens of instances in which the rumors came true, while just forgetting the thousands of rumors that were just rumors. And so, it's easy to fall into this like, oh, well, rumors are usually true, when the reality is they're usually not. More often than not, they're not true. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're getting excited about a rumor, until Big Hit or Hype says, this is happening. It's rumor mill. So just keep your excitement kind of in a box.
I think we've talked about this like privately, and I saw a good thread today from somebody named Lena Silver Linings, that found words that I couldn't, like, it's really frustrating when you know that they would be really excited to be the first to announce something and somebody takes that away from them.
Yeah. It reminded me of Hobie's tour.
And and it keeps happening. And so that's why, especially in our spaces, we're kind of like, just ignore it until it's official, because like we want to give them the privilege of having that excitement and being the first to say something.
Yeah, we actually get kind of annoyed in our spaces about when it keeps happening, when people just keep
don't like it.
Rumors. We don't like it. And so sometimes we might be like, no, rather than like, oh, no, we're like, no.
No.
And we might seem like we're poo-pooing everything, but that's not the case. Like there's a lot of times when we hear stuff and we're like, oh, that would be really cool. But we don't go out and spread it because we don't know. We don't know if it's true. And the disappointment, if it's not true, is devastating. But then also on the other hand, like think about how excited you think back to a BTS announcement or a member announcement that happened, that the excitement that you felt when that like Weverse notification dropped or that BTS tweet hit Twitter official, you know, like with that announcement, you were like, oh my gosh. And like right away.
Just remember
that excitement.
Where were you when this news dropped?
Yeah.
Remember how happy Yoongi was when he announced his tour?
Yes. And how and how happy they are to share that information with us.
Yeah.
Rather than knowing that we already know. And it doesn't just happen to BTS, to be clear.
No, of course not.
It doesn't just happen to BTS. But it does seem to be happening to the members a lot lately with different things.
I mean, and knowing that they play the long game and they plan these things with months in advance,
years,
just like, you know, the final moment when they are already ready to kind of tell us, and then somebody steals the thunder.
Yeah. So I just saw one of the comments about a tour. We have no idea. Yeah. There's rumors going around all the time about who's going on tour, new album, new song, new collaboration, so-and-so saw so-and-so in a restaurant. Like there's so many rumors that fly around. And so, yeah, our stance is usually we'll say until it's official, it's just a rumor. And also if you see something that you want us to check out though, cause you're not sure, put the source in there where you found it from. And usually we're pretty good at tracking it through social media to find out where the original post is and then determining whether or not that is correct. And so we will happily go on an internet rabbit hunt, for you to find out where it came from.
And what we can say about Jin is there was a teaser about a potential concert.
Right.
In his Runjin,
as Patricia
that
said
the final, as Patricia said earlier, the final episode of Runjin, he said what might be a concert for ARMY, and so that would indicate that that is probably what we're getting for our solo promotions for the Echo album.
Given time frames, that would be right around.
Given time frames, it makes the most. Given time frames, given the size of his discography, it makes the most sense that he would do, a concert.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not to say though that we don't enjoy indulging in a bit of Delulu from time.
We love the fucking Delulu. Listen, some of us are still on the delusional train about Jin and a certain group that happens to be performing in Seoul right now. So
sometimes you can hit like, what if, and you can get excited about that kind of stuff. Like that's totally cool.
Yes. Totally fun to let your mind go wild with what if scenarios. And
But the fact,
I like this what if scenario.
And the fact that you're excited about something that you heard might happen doesn't make it real. So just try to keep it, try to keep your senses, because, you might want something to really, really happen. And then you hear the rumor and then you really think, okay, there's a rumor and I really want this to happen. So it's going to happen. But then when it doesn't happen, the disappointment is huge. So try to keep your emotions on check and just basically until there's confirmation, just don't run with it.
I'm already, all my excitement is tied up in the seeing the seven of them together for the first time. Correct. That's where all my excitement is right now.
Oh, yes.
So
and that, I will say, I think I can speak for most, if not all of us, when I say our theory, and again, we have this is just our theory, is that when they're back, they will probably put a focus on Rest and or OT7.
Yes.
Not that they're, and
Who
they'll
knows?
probably... Yeah, we don't know. We don't know for sure, but that's our best guess based on what they've said. It sounds like they very much want to be together again and work together again. So,
yeah,
that's
and
guess.
really,
we'll find out.
earlier somebody asked. This was way earlier in the live, and I clocked it, and I just filed it away for later. Somebody was like, "Oh, I hope they continue Bon Voyage." I'm pretty sure they're going to continue Bon Voyage.
I mean, Taehyung has
mean,
already said on multiple
they pretty
occasions the precise parameters in which he wants to continue Bon Voyage.
Taehyung doesn't
I'm
have.
pretty sure he's gonna get his Northern Lights Bon Voyage because
I was just gonna
he has
say.
said
Yeah.
it.
And if
Bon
not, we'll
Voyage,
get in a
designed by
buzz.
Keon.
Oh my god.
They're staying in places.
Keon would be like,
Yes.
this seems normal. This seems fine. I don't understand. Like, this is normal.
Basically begged to be kidnapped. Yes, he was like, I would like to go on a trip with the members. And Yoongi's like, well, this is the Bon Voyage crew.
And he's like, I would like all of this crew to come with us on
I
a
would
trip.
like us to see the Northern Lights.
I need you guys to take notes.
Oh goodness.
You
No,
have
I
a
need this
year
to
and a
happen
half
now.
to plan. Make it happen.
And
I need him to
Hybe,
design a fucking Dr. Seuss igloo for them to stay.
and Hybe, right at the end of the hallway, right before the last elevator, there's a suggestion box. And they
just full
they
of
fill it
things
out.
from
They
Taehyung.
fill it out diligently. And tuck it in there. Make sure
It's
it's
literally just full of slips from paper from Taehyung.
I do
And I want this, and I want that.
No,
and I
and
want the
Jungkook,
other
like,
thing.
need more air purifiers.
Yeah, Jungkook. Don't we have something with Koei? Please, air pure. Oh, see, that's cute. See, that's fun, Delulu. That's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Mattresses
You know what
in
else
every
is fun
room.
delusion?
Make
is,
yourself
as
giggle.
Riven's comment quite a bit earlier that said, what if Army has to compete in games in order to find out where Jin's concert is?
Oh, that would be amazing.
I know. Please tell me it's one of those ones
They
where you
did
have to-
make Army go to the billboard, and it wasn't until Army proved that they had found it that they actually publicly announced the date of the release. So
That's
I can
fun.
see it happening. I like that level of delusion.
I
Yeah.
want it to be one of those claw animal games because those are so fucking frustrating.
Well, that was kind of what Jin's announcement looked like. It looked like the clog.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I
I
wonder
know.
if that was a hint of like, you have to go get the hint out of the machine and we'll just be like,
Oh my gosh.
this fucking claw doesn't have
That's
any
hilarious.
traction.
Yeah.
You know who's really good at
All
claw
of their
games?
concert budget on claw games.
Yoongi.
Oh,
Yoongi's
yeah.
really good at claw games.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jin turning
asked for us
his
to-
prom. Jin
Sorry,
turning
go
his
ahead,
promos
Beth.
into a whole ass game that our global army have to play would be
That would be
Jin.
really fun.
That would be really awesome.
That would be really great. Somebody asked if we could explain the project. I guess that they were not here earlier. They said
They're
their
new.
name.
I'm trying to answer them
Oh,
with
you're
one
at-
finger.
Okay.
I'll just do a quick vocal one. Content community, that's what we do. We have a website. We have a blog that we release every week. We've been chronicling BTS's discography chronologically every week since January 1st, 2024. And we have created a community for all types of ARMY all around the globe. And we have an online community in our Discord server and our social media. And we have in-person meetups as well. So, and yes, we are adults. We are for adults.
We are adults. A question that comes across a lot with us is, what does the 529 mean? And our project launched on January 1st of 2024, and at that point in time, there were 529 days between this launch of our project and Festa of 2025. And so that's where the 529 comes from.
Somebody
Yep, and
asked. Sorry.
I saw Stephanie was in the comments earlier, a little bit earlier. So that's
She was a
that's
little bit.
that's our leader.
Yes, there are 6 of us, but
beautiful
life has been
family.
lifing, so sometimes there are only 4 or 5 of us on a live at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody asked earlier what we were thinking about, since we're talking about Delulu, and somebody asked what our thoughts are for Festa.
Oh,
Oh, Festa.
well, I think that it's going to be, I do think this is going to sound dumb, but hear me out. Okay. I do think they are going to do something
Yeah.
because there's
Sure.
some people that are saying no, they're not going to do anything because not all of them will be out yet for Festa, and I don't think that's true. I think because
They're
they
not going to
have
do
done,
nothing.
they're not going to do nothing is definitely where I'm leaning. I think that you could potentially get at least a live with the ones that are out.
Yeah.
And then what else do you all think?
I wouldn't be surprised if we got unit things.
Yeah, I
Since
would.
since they're not
Yes.
all out, if we ended up with unit things for Festa, that would not surprise me at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was still more pre-prepared content
Yeah.
That too.
Yes.
that they purposely held back for this. I'm sure we're going to get more unreleased stuff like we usually do. Like they've released like dance practices or behind the scenes stuff that we've never seen before. So I'm sure there's going to be some of that. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a song.
I would.
Ah,
I
Or
actually
unit
don't know if they're going to
songs.
show the 6 of them currently without Yoongi. I think that they
I
might
don't know for
actually
sure,
intentionally
but-
try to avoid that.
If
Not
they do, I
disagree
think
with you.
they'll. If
I would
they
say
do,
like
I think
some
they'll
of them
do
will go
like.
live.
Yes,
Yeah, this
I
is-
could see
Yeah.
subunits. I could see them also saying we do not want to appear without him as a group. So it'll
I
either
mean,
be
if-
pre-prepared stuff that has all of
Yeah.
them or subunits. That's my
I would
best
say,
guess.
yeah, I would agree with you, Katie. I think the only way they would be willing to go live without Yoongi is if they did like when he had his surgery and they had like a picture, stand
A flat Yoongi.
if they
Yeah.
had flat Yoongi in the screen. But that's the main reason why I think personally that they're going to do subunit things. I think we're going to get subunit lives. I think we might get subunit stuff. That way, it's
I've
you get to
actually
see
wondered
them.
if like Yoongi's enlistment date got like fungled somehow.
I don't know.
We'll
And
never know unless he
we
tells
don't
us.
know. We've only guesstimated his release based on when he entered. Like we have
Right,
Sure.
because
no idea if that's when he's actually going to be released or not. Like
right.
right.
we
This
don't
is true
know.
because we don't get the same kind of like app countdown stuff that the other members have because they're in regular
Yeah.
enlistment. So all of Army is guesstimating. So we don't know what kind of things they have to do behind the scenes. Is it like I'll work these extra days so I get out early? We don't know how that works in civil service. So even though the guesstimation says he's doing this civil service so he should get out on this date, we have no idea if he may surprise everybody, come out early.
Yeah, it's possible, but we have no idea.
Yeah. We did our countdown based on our best guess. And by the way, you should enjoy our countdowns because people work really hard on them.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. I very much enjoy the Min trivia
Yes.
because it is such random trivia, very much up Min Yingi's aisle. Like that's his alley, is the
Yeah.
random master. I'm loving it.
Yes,
It's like one
we
of my
have
favorite things.
member countdowns going on for Tay and
Yes.
Namjoon, Jimin and JK, and then Yoongi has hers. And they
Just
come
like
out.
we did, right? Just like we did for Jin and Hobie.
Yes.
By the
Yeah,
way,
Chris-
speaking of Festa, we spent a lot of time. You remember these, Katie? For all the Festa photos and videos. If you've never seen, or maybe you've probably seen random pictures, but you didn't know that they were from Festa. On our YouTube channel, we have every single Festa, all the pictures, all the videos, and then we have blog posts that go along with the
I was
Festas as
gonna
well.
say, I'm
So-
looking at them now. So if you go to hold on.
AP529.com.
Yes, it's under Boralore. You go
There's
under
a-
Boralore, there's
BTS Festa history.
yes.
Yeah.
And you can see our blog posts about Festa each year. We
Yeah.
covered Festa for an entire month.
It was a
so-
long haul, and it was
It was
during
long.
Festa. It was like leading up
like
to
right
and
around
during
Festa.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the two. It was right there at Festa time.
Just
It was
Yeah.
great.
But
It was
if
super fun.
if something happens for Festa, we will probably get a calendar or a timeline at the end of May.
Yeah, usually we get it, the first couple of days of June. We have a couple of times got it in the last couple of days of May, so somewhere in there we'll get that
Getting very
countdown.
close.
You know, last year, incidentally enough, it was a Monopoly looking board,
Yeah, and it also
and then we
got
got the
teased,
BTS Aptly.
it got teased in Namjoon's video for Lost because there was that calendar at the end.
Right. Right.
Question
Yep.
date, and we were all
So-
like, "Is that Festa?" And it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
BTS has consistently been, for a large number of years now, been doing basically a 2-week festivities surrounding Festa.
So we might want to
usually
keep our
we
eyes
get-
peeled.
You know,
Yeah.
You might want to keep our eyes peeled for Clues and Echoes releases.
So yeah.
Yeah.
our YouTube channel is the same as our name everywhere, Army Project 529.
Yes.
Yep.
And I really, really, really recommend going to the website first and checking out the blog the blogs for Festa, because you'll get them in chronological order the way that we have those videos laid out. So it's under Borrelore, and it is BTS Festa history, and you'll be able to learn everything about Festa and our coverage of it.
Yeah.
Year by
and
year.
so then
Yep.
the videos that we created associated with Festa are in the links on the blog where they are applicable.
Yes, in chronological order.
Yeah. Good stuff. And if you're one of those people who is actually going to be in Korea, I know people that are bought tickets. They don't know what's going on for Festa, but they just want to be there. So you got to be our eyes on the ground. If you see something, share it. Tag us. Come in the Discord and tell us what you're seeing. Because who knows? Who knows? So,
I know. I'm looking back over these Festa blogs, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are fun.
They
Exactly.
were so much chaos
They were.
to flow.
yeah.
Because in my head, I was like, you know what I should do? I should present the videos in the way they presented them for Festa. Good fucking luck finding all of that.
And I'm just gonna say,
It took me into Fan Cafe. I had to get access into the Fan Cafe
which
to
is
pull the shit for the
when you
Festa
don't speak
flow.
Korean, it's
It's really fucking hard.
not great,
Yeah.
guys.
It does not have an auto translate feature like
Yeah,
Naver.
yeah.
It doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Chaos is what that
But I
was.
have to say, guys, I'm looking at the map that they did for the Festa for 2018's Festa. It looks a lot like it's very reminiscent of the Echo promo picture.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That's
I'm gonna
cool,
have to go
though.
look.
It could be complete coincidence, by the way.
Complete coincidence.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know that BTS does coincidence.
Well,
I don't know. 12
that's what sends us on so
pushing-
many theories. I mean, when I saw the drop for Jin's album, first it was okay, visually we got on the RGB of Happy, the color scheme versus the Echo color scheme. And then I was like, Echo, like the nymph, like Narcissus, like Greek mythology, like 10-year anniversary of HYYH Greek mythology. Oh my gosh. And then I started pulling out my mythology books and I'm like,
Again,
only BTS sends you down.
BTS turns
Yeah.
all of us into boards with red string. That's what they do.
Nerds. Nerds.
Nerd.
Nerds. Nerds.
Yeah, but it's fun. That's why you have a bunch of people to knock all these ideas around. So it's good stuff. All right. It's 7:28. Do we want to do this last little bit of week tea, or do
Yeah.
we want to hop into reminders?
Yes.
Do it.
Okay, so this last little bit of week tea was something that I saw when I logged on to Twitter X. So y'all know that Coldplay is in South Korea, in Seoul, performing, and they're doing, I believe, 6 shows. Their first show was the 16th Korea time, and they did My Universe, and they did the BTS holograms, which is so cool. But then I get on and I see something people are mad at Coldplay, and I'm like, what? Whoa, what's going on? So apparently, what happened was Chris Martin was saying all 7 of their names, but he forgot to say Jimin's name when he was on stage. And then he corrected himself later in the concert and said, "Oh God, how can I forget?" And said all 7 names. And so, but by the time I got on to the timeline, it was already like people saying, "Oh, don't be mad at Coldplay. Anybody could forget. Anybody could." And I'm just like, wow, BTS. This is what I know. Okay, this is what I know. Coldplay and BTS are friends. They love each other. They respect each other. So I would have to think, I don't know Chris Martin personally, but I would have to think that if he was saying the names and he somehow forgot one, that was an honest mistake.
I mean, listen,
I would have to say.
concert. The man is tired.
I mean,
He's been on tour for 2 years, guys.
For 2
Okay,
years.
so
Yes.
I would like to interject this into this conversation for those of you who are like not maybe still upset about it. The adrenaline is excessively high when you are on stage.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of you have gone into a test and when the adrenaline hit during the test, you blanked during the test, okay? I would wage a guess that every single human at some point in their life have gone into a test and blanked because of the stress of the whole thing. The blank is such a big deal for people on stage that I don't know if you've noticed, but they all have teleprompters with the lyrics to the songs they wrote. Okay?
Yes.
The lyrics to the songs they wrote and the dialogue that they speak during a concert is always on a teleprompter screen around the stage, multiples of them everywhere. So they can look over here and they can look over here. And if they blank on the lyrics, there they are. I would guess that him saying their names was not on the teleprompter. This was an ad lib. He just was like, you know what? I really love these guys. I just want to shout them out even more. I'm in, whatever. And in that situation, an ad lib. I mean, how many of you maybe might have fucked it up a little bit the very first time you got to do the fan chant in concert, and you were, and then the second time around you nailed it.
I panic when I try to remember the fan chant under pressure.
Right, trying to remember the fan chant under pressure when you're not even the one on stage, you're in the audience under the pressure. Or you might even be in your living room watching the TV, and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna fucking sing this fan chant, and you like still under pressure. That is what to keep in mind when thinking about this man deciding to ad lib the fan chant on stage without the teleprompter running. So the fact that he may have forgotten a name, grace and mercy for a human being under a lot of pressure. Right? He did then later correct himself openly.
And also again, guys,
and made a big deal about it. So
I know this is wild. I know this is a wild take. This is a hot take, okay? Hear me out though. I know that a lot of our world revolves around Bangtan, but the actual world
Let's not be hasty.
not yet. It doesn't revolve around them yet. We're working on it. Okay?
right.
We're working on it.
Yeah. And I would also like to say though, I totally get when because we went through chapter 2 was rough for some stuff last year. And so when you hear 6 names instead of 7, 5 names instead of 7, 4 names, like you're mama duckling and you're always looking behind you to make sure that there are 7 ducklings in a row behind you, right? Like that's just the nature of Bangtan. Like every time I look at a picture where there's more than one of them, I'm counting, right?
Yeah.
So I totally get that. But as Doc was saying, like mercy and grace for somebody who is trying to shout out his brothers that he loves and they love him.
Yeah, Chris
And
Martin
so-
And I would
High
add,
pressure situation.
he's
just
not to
troll on
spoil
Twitter
it
you're
too,
fighting against.
not to spoil it to all you ladies, but just watch Jen in the last 3 episodes of Jan's Bizarre B&B, and you'll get what we're saying, because there's something on those lines. I'm just gonna leave it there.
So yeah,
Somebody
so
did already
luckily,
spoil that in the comments.
luckily though, like I lived in a very happy place where when Coldplay and BTS interact and they say that they love each other, I believe them.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I live in
Well-
that very happy place.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
any
nice.
videos you see of them when they're around each other, they visibly love each other.
Yeah.
Like they visibly love each other.
So I think there's plenty of stuff to get mad about in the world right now, and I would like to just say that like to pick and choose my battles, and this particular
This isn't a
incident,
battle.
this particular incident is not one that I would pick.
Not a hill to die
To
on. Not a hill
yeah.
to die on.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
pick this as a battle. So
There
So
you
I
go.
there's
agree
that.
with Riven though. Jimin probably got into the group chat immediately after and be like, I can't believe you forgot my name.
I know
Bro.
because
He was probably like, don't you love me? How
and
dare.
he's like, go watch that video where Jin forgot my name for a second, and I roasted him when the cameras were on.
I mean, Jin still has them all on his phone as Jin big hit.
Right.
Jimin big
J-Hope
hit.
big
Right.
hit.
J-Hope big
RM
hit.
big hit.
Right. So, but I get it. Like, we're all, listen, emotions are going to get high on social media over the next 2 months. You know they will. And with all the other world stuff that's going on that's non Bangtan, that combined with the excitement of them coming back, there's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of fifis out on the interwebs right now. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we got to keep it together. So,
Yes.
all right, let's do our reminders. So
Bring it home.
for those of you that are interested in voting, streaming, and charting, we have a wonderful thread channel in our Discord for that very reason, where we take all the information from all over the internet and put it into one place, so you know what songs we're trying to chart at the moment, sharing playlists with each other, talking about YouTube videos and the like. And we also celebrate when they win the awards, which is really, really cool. So come check that out. And yeah, I also put it on a web page on our website for us to be able to keep track of as well. So come join us for that. Cool. Doc.
All right. Speaking of our Discord, we do a lot on our Discord together because one of our mottos as a project is never Bangtan alone. And so we have Discord, we have watch parties, we have recurring watch parties that happen every week. Like there's a Ginny's Kitchen watch party, and there's the blog watch party, the content watch party that happens both in U.S. time and in European time every week. And there's all kinds of stuff. There's a book club. There's a Hangul club where people are learning Hangul together. There's crafting clubs, support groups,
Just
all
started
kinds of
like
stuff
a
happening.
meditation journaling club.
It's literally like the coolest place ever. Whatever your interest is in, you can find somebody in our server who has the same interest and also fucking loves Bangtan. It's like glorious over there. So just come and join us. You can find our Discord link on our website at ap529.com/links. So head over there, find our Discord, come and join us, party with us. We have a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yes. We mentioned the blog several times tonight. We were talking about our Festa blog. We're talking about our main blog. And once again, just want to remind you guys, we're in week 66. We're bringing it home. We're supposed to have 75 weeks of this blog. And so we are almost done. We are going through our member months. We go in fan chant order. So we have reached Kim Taehyung. We are in the midst of April. We name all of the months after the members because we love naming things.
Yeah,
We do.
We do. So we had November, we had Gincember, we had Yuguary, We had Josebuary, March, April. Stay tuned for the rest of it.
There's one more.
this
There's one more
week-
member. There's one more month.
Don't you dare guess it now in the comments.
You,
Don't you dare.
we are gonna guess this in a few weeks on our Sunday.
We
Live.
do giveaways with it. We do giveaways with
You know
it, so
what?
don't guess
and
it now.
This time, we're not gonna let you start the get until somebody types "go" in the chat, and then you can guess the name.
Yes. We're gonna follow Jim's
Hilarious.
rules. You have to say go. If you
Never
don't
let
say
go,
it's
go,
not,
go.
it does,
Somebody,
yeah.
we're gonna be like, never let go, 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 and then you can guess the name. Of
You have to wait until it doesn't to go, which could be a while. It could be a while. That go can just keep going.
Never let go.
But we're
Hope
don't
he
do
came
it.
back.
Don't do it. We're in week 66 of the blog. Week 66, which is a sound of something breaking. It is week 2 of April. And this is Taeyang, 2017 through 2021. So a lot of years, a lot of ground covered, a lot of growth for BTS and Tae. So come and hang out. We have our watch party tomorrow, as Doc mentioned. It is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern in the Discord server. And I do read the blog, and we watch selections from it. We talk about it, and it is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So come and hang out. It's going to be wild tomorrow.
And okay, we
And
go
the next
live
2
twice a week on Wednesdays and on Sundays. Our next live is on YouTube on Sunday, April 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. And there we will not be giving member news, but we will have a deep conversation about a topic. So come join us. It's really
Deep
fun.
dive.
And take it away, Katie.
Yep. Thank you so much for being here with us. We saw several new people. We saw several old people. Old people said kindly. People who have been with the project for a while.
Love it.
Hags.
Love you.
We saw several returning hags.
Yeah. Yes, our returning hags and our new hags. Said with love. Yeah, really happy to see people, and it's just been really nice to be part of this community, and we're so glad that you're here. So thank you for being with us, and hopefully she's calling us old. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Hopefully I didn't scare you off too much.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Love you, love you. Have a good week.
Bora hey!
Bora hey.
Bora hey!